I'm gonna remind you guys. Oko unlisted this video. She's changed the name multiple times. She now says, read description first. Rima Everstar has lied to you. It's pretty bad. Thumbnail is, she lied to you. It is unlisted. If I play this and she wants to, and Oko wants to come after me, fucking let's go. I also have it downloaded. I'll re-upload it. Fuck you. I'm just gonna read you real quick what Oko said. No, Mizu has made a response to Rima video. I recommend watching it as it's much better than my video on the topic. LOL, link below. I'm willing to bet you $5 fucking bucks. That's the 5-hour stream. Yep. 5-hour stream. Rima's was an hour. I fear it clearly shows that Rima has clearly lied, and like LR, I don't even, oh, that's the person that we don't know what is going on. Taking things wildly out of context and removed DMs. From what I heard, she did it because she was afraid of being taken out of context. I don't even have words for how that boogles my mind. Note 2, I was originally going to private this video because I personally don't enjoy all of it. I feel that this video was made while my emotions were still high over the situation. However, I have been told that someone is planning to cover this video, and considering the last time they covered something related to me, they took it wildly out of context, thinking that the content was deleted. I will not be making the same mistake again. So this video will remain up for that purpose. I will say that I should have stepped away when this whole mess started because I was emotionally invested in both friends. It hasn't been easy. It's left me sick and unable to recover, and the vacation has been my only way to get away. Well, I mean, you've been tweeting constantly, so shut up. It has broken me, and I don't know if I'll ever be happy with the lying and deceptive actions I've seen, especially to people I held higher. All I can ask is that if people truly want healing, we come together. I hate my emotions have come to this state, and I'm using the rest of my vacation to calm down from it. Let this video be a reminder of what I should not do when I'm stuck between two people. Okay, that's what she said. Is it over? No, we got one more. Remember, that's what she said. Disclaimer. Do not harass gay ops / attempt life ruination of anyone mentioned in this video. Lucky Entertainment does not condone any of these actions and will ban you. Wanted to private it, but it's unlisted, so you have to have the link to even find it, and she doesn't make the link, he doesn't make the link readily available. But, okay. We're gonna watch this. They have a disclaimer at the beginning that basically says the exact same thing. We're gonna jump forward like 56 seconds, because the disclaimer is just don't engage with any of the people here. But they're trying to be as unbiased as possible is essentially some of the things that they say. Actually, here, I'll go back a few seconds, because I want you to just hear this.
/ husbands. If any of these rules are broken, you will be...
Real quick, Oko uses a voice changer to make him sound more like a woman, which is weird.
...treated like the third rail and removed from the community. And while the individual...
By the way, Oko says that they're not a community, but they said they're a community.
So. ...are people I personally am taking umbrage of, they are encouraged to message me if any of you are acting up. Along with that, in no way is this video me trying to convince you not to watch somebody or push you to unsubscribe from them. In fact, I will encourage the opposite. I think the people I talk about should be watched and true and honest critique given. I will not say ever that I think the individuals in this video should be blacklisted or turned away. That is wrong and goes against my own personal morals.
But it's okay to run gay ops and harass them.
With that out of the way, let's begin.
Okay, this is how it begins, okay? They want to be as constructive in criticisms and be very good faith and all that stuff, okay? This video was about Celestium. The comments by Rima are directed towards her, okay? Okay, let's see what's said.
Wait, all that to say that people that are super extreme into religion scare me, man. Like, the next step is like, you know, a Sweet Home Alabama and Ku Klux Klan stuff, and there's bonfires and shit. I don't fuck with that.
Sweet Home Alabama.
I don't fuck with that.
I'ma fuck my cousin.
As a Protestant, the teaching I grew up with was that homosexuality is a sin, but no more damning than any other. Jesus' message was to love and show compassion.
Okay, so what's all that about? What am I supposed to take away from that? You said that you included this because you said she never said this, but she did say this. Okay, what am I supposed to take from any of that? Seriously, if this is supposed to be a serious criticism and you laying out that she lied, what am I supposed to take from any of that? She just said, listen, I get scared of people like taking religion too far, which, I mean, if you're aware of Goonergate, yeah. I don't see what's the problem. Then she does the whole iDubbbz intro. So literally does an iDubbbz intro. It's really stupid. Like, if you want to get a little bit of it, like it's stupid. So I'm gonna skip through that because it's bad. The Yippie that left the arrow in has been sacked. She's been relocated to a Yippie facility for better editing. Okay.
Hi everyone, and welcome to today's non-tent cop. I'm still undecided on what I would like to call this series. Perhaps it doesn't need one.
Well, I mean, you unlisted it, so yes, you did private it, and yeah, I can understand why just with that little beginning.
I just figured that it would be more fun to have something wild and mysterious attached to it. But I think instead, until I find the rhythm, that it is just going to be its own thing. No, instead today we're here to talk about something that's been bothering me for quite a while in the VTuber sphere, or industry. Just don't call it the VTuber community, because it's not a community. Anyway, the
I mean, it is a community, but okay.
subject of today would be honesty and integrity. These are two things I know VTubers of any size try to convey that they have on Twitter, and often the ones that preach the most honesty end up being the most evil behind the scenes. I've covered many VTubers that pretend to be pious little angels, and in general, often get exposed for being the scumbags they truly are.
Realize, again, this is supposed to be a fair takedown and criticism of Rima. You only say this stuff to already try to paint people in a negative light. When Rima started off, Rima said, I've been dealing with this. I've been struggling with this. This has been something that has been happening to me for a while now. I'm going to be laying this all out for you. You only say this to begin negatively painting the story. Okay? Static, I think it's similar to Oko. I don't think is a part of like Gary, like F&T and everything, but God, I always say she because of the avatar. He agrees a lot with like the fellowship belief structures and stuff like that, and gatekeeping communities and things like that. So I know that for a fact. And I think he takes it too far, and he's borderline kinda. He is similar in a vein as to. I just had his name. Fuck. John Delarose. It's very similar to John Delarose. No, it is a comedy thing. I'm not even lying. And when I say he's similar to John Delarose, I'm not saying like you're gonna get hell if you look at boobs, blah blah blah. No, I mean like in some of the dishonest tactics and things that he does there, and also like how strictly and adherent he does to this whole his belief structures and stuff, like to a fervent kind of zealotry. He like there's some things Oko has said that I firmly agree with, but he holds like the VTuber sphere in this very high pedestal and says that everybody who disagrees with him is just a non-VTuber fan and is going to destroy the VTuber industry. Like that's the kind of person we're dealing with here. Yeah, but you kind of there are some labels, because non-labels lead to people thinking that the men can be women.
However, today's individual is already showing cracks in her horse armor.
What
so I'm
cracks?
going to attempt to rein her in and suggest playful yet stern ways to correct her mane and possibly bridge the gap to a better drama fox/horse girl. Today,
see, already you're seeing, okay? I'm painting this. I'm painting this in a negative light. She's done bad things. She's done bad things. Has lied to you. The thumbnail is she lied.
today we are going to talk about the recent drama with Rima Evenstar and how I think she has lied to you.
Wait. You think? Out the gate. Out the fucking gate. 4 minutes in. You think that is very different from your thumbnail saying she lied. That's very different from your title saying she has lied. Those are objective statements that you need to have evidence to back up. Saying you think she lied is a subjective statement that changes all the context to your own personal belief structure. You think she lied. Your job, but you're saying she has lied. Everything is pointed that she lied. But as the subjective is, you think she lied. That's the little trick there. You don't need to prove that she lied if you think she lied, because you think she lied. But saying downright that she did lie, that comes with a higher bar. But you've already labeled this all as she has lied, and then you do that little trick to change the, like, hey, I think she lied. I'm going to give you evidence to support me and why I think she lied. But when you say she did lie, you have to have the strongest of evidence. You're already fucked up. Male and female is not a label, it's a classification. Shut up. Shut up, Static.
But before we talk about today's situation, I figured it would only be fair to talk to you about something very important. Bias.
Yeah, I mean, you've already shown your bias against her. Everything you've seen so far has already biased the entire video and shows your bias. This is not a good video. So if you're going to go into this whole thing of bias, and I'm going to be as objective as humanly possible because that's what they do, you're not already. Out the gate, you're not. So saying this isn't going to fix anything that you've already done. This video is already so unbiased, so biased against Rima, it's not even funny.
Otherwise known as, quote, prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or persons, or groups compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair, unquote. Bias is something that, as a journalist of any kind, you should acknowledge. Oftentimes, in the old, outdated news media you see on your grandparents' TV, you might not realize that the people telling you about this new medicine you should be taking was, funny enough, sponsored by the exact same medicine company.
Yeah.
Kind of makes you think.
I mean, you're best friends with... Rimo's already laid out how you are biased in favor of Mizu. This whole video, you've already laid out that you're biased against Rima. So you doing this whole bias stuff doesn't really work out now, does it?
Think, right? Either way, bias is something that all humans have, and you cannot escape it.
I kind of agree, Ariel.
I, for example, have my own biases. Some for friends, some for family, or for certain beliefs I may have. I think the greatest example is how I used to go tooth and nail to defend the Mormon faith, right up until I didn't. Anyway, it's important for me to explain my biases to you right here and right now before we begin so that you understand and can inform yourself if the video is worth continuing. That way, it's fair to you.
It's
and
not.
Don't worry.
But
I'll
we're gonna
be
laugh at
critiquing this later on the.
Oh, look! I'm gonna be critiquing this later. Again, you're already showing off that this whole thing is gonna be super biased. You're trying to paint the narrative that she lied, even though you've already moved away from that and said you think she lied. That changes the direction of everything. And doing all this isn't winning you favors. If you want to be objective and as critical as possible with the situation to try to lay out that you lied, doing all this doesn't help. It only shows that you're being very, very uncharitable. And it's about to get worse.
Horse in question. With that being said, I would like to make sure that you understand the players in this video are related to me as friends or acquaintances. Mizu Tamari is one of only 3 close friends that I have on the internet. Rima is a former online friend that I used to talk about drama with on a somewhat normal basis, and her Discord was a place that I occasionally stopped in to read other drama. With that out of the way, I would like to say that
Weasel, whatever this is, lost when it came on screen with a female avatar and a male voice. Listen, that happens a lot in the VTuber world. You kind of just have to take it in strides. It is some of the weirder parts. Like, VTuber world is weird. It can get weird, guys. This is one of the weirder parts, so I can't really fight back against that one. You're not used to it. You're not used to it. And I will say, like, Oko's voice, it's weird. It's because he is running it through an AI. Just, it is what it is.
While I may be in favor of one of my friends, I will do my best to maintain good faith and offer the same to the other when I can.
Oh, good faith, offer the same to the other as I can. How much of that have we gone through with the video so far, okay? We're trying to be good faith. Good faith Gary. Okay, then why did you include the clip at the beginning? Why are you painting everything so far in a negative light for Rima? Why have you already come out and said, hey, I'm trying to be as good faith as possible? But you said, in your opinion, she lied. The title is she lied. Where's the good faith? Anybody seeing that right now? Because I'm not. I sure as fucking hell am not. I see it as negative. I see it as bad faith as humanly fucking possible. Like, your first thing with Rima is an out of context clip that I don't even know the context around. But because it sounds negative, that already paints her in a negative light. Man, that's a smart move, isn't it?
No feelings, or minimal feelings, will be
Well,
given
you already
here.
did feelings.
Only facts and perhaps small.
You already did a feeling. I feel like she lied. That's a feeling. That's not proof. That's a feeling. But only facts, guys. No feelings. Only facts.
Jokes.
The Cinder
The first
video.
thing I wanted to cover was the thing that started the drama between Mizu Tamari, the puddle yokai, and Rima Evenstar. Most people.
Okay, remember, what was the big issue with the video? The big issue with the video was quite literally, they think, without any evidence, that... Actually, here, you know what? I'll let her do it. Okay, I'll let her say it, because it's fucking retarded.
People don't really
say
know
it.
the context to the situation.
Okay,
and I
what's
feel they
context?
only got snippets in the form of Mizu's original tweet where he criticized her video where she covered the Cinder situation.
Okay, what's the
Although
context?
cover isn't really what I would call it.
Why?
It was more of a puff piece to the people who called her out, some of whom are directly Rima's friends.
Nope. All that there is a lie. All of what he just said there is a flat out fucking lie. Everything Oko said, lie. They are not friends. They were never friends. Rima is friends with Niana Banana, not Bao, and not Shy Lily. So saying that I was covering for my friends, that is a lie. Out the gate, you have lied. You have already cut out context that you don't even fucking care to try to lay out the truth. You're seeing how bad this video is, and it gets worse. I had to tap out several times. I haven't actually even finished this video. That's how bad it is. And why the fuck did my TV just do that? Wade, because I don't care. If you don't care about the topic, okay, I care. I like it. I'm talking about it.
Now, this isn't really a secret fact. I'm sure that if you asked her, which you shouldn't, by the way.
Why? Why shouldn't I ask her? Why shouldn't I ask people around her? Why? Come on. Why? Because they'll tell you this is all fucking bullshit. Because when I reached out to sources, they said it's all fucking bullshit. And I had reason to believe that it's all fucking bullshit. Because they actually showed the evidence. Shocker. Maybe it's because you guys are lying here.
She would be open to expressing how the girlies of Mythic Entertainment, that being at the very least Bao and maybe a few others, are actually her friends.
Nope. 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 Absolutely not. They are not friends. They have never communicated. They are not even, they've done one thing together multiple times. And that wasn't even for them. That was for a mutual friend. They have never communicated. So you've already lied. But hey, good faith, guys. We're doing this in good faith.
It's not really a secret. She's been in a concert with at least one of them before in the past.
What was that concert? Niana Banana's concert.
The reason I bring this up is to share a concern that I and a few others have had, although with others, it might not have been in the right way. Now, whether or not you like or dislike Cinder or the individuals involved, I feel is far beyond my abilities of this video. I've personally found the Cinder drama itself to become very boring and evolve into nothing but internet slap fights.
Because of you guys. Quite literally, you guys have made it an internet slap fight and spread a conspiracy theory that doesn't even make logical sense.
Yet, I've only stuck around to study the after effects that it has had on the
The after
VTuber sphere
effects.
in general.
The after effects.
However, how about we talk about how Rima decided to cover the situation? Rima came
How?
back from a trip to Japan and immediately was thrust into the second biggest drama of 2025, with,
Okay.
in my opinion, Kirsha being number one. Me being the
Yeah, I would actually probably say Kirsha's drama was much bigger than the Cinder drama. The Cinder drama had serious ramifications on the VTuber industry itself because that was the largest one of the largest indie VTubers, but I would actually say the Kirsche drama was bigger. But again, hey, Kirsche's part of Mythic.
The drama tea drinker I am was curious what Rima's opinion was. To paraphrase our conversations in the beginning, it was very standoffish, which struck me as odd considering our previous history was talking about drama. All the time, actually.
Where's your
In
evidence?
fact, when we first met, we had a group chat with myself, her, Mizu, and Lumi to talk about said
Okay,
dramas.
where's the evidence?
So, what changed? Well, back then I chalked it up.
Okay, so where's the evidence of the standoffishness? Okay? Are you just saying it without evidence? Are you saying, like, you're doing this whole thing? We had a group chat, and when I first went to them, it was very standoffish. Where is the evidence of it being standoffish? Are you going to show us said evidence? Good faith. Yeah, good faith, guys. Good faith. Good faith. Where's said evidence?
To her being stressed from coming home, you know. Coming home from a very long trip where you go from country to country is very stressful. And even though I've not had the chance to do that, I can understand how you might not be interested in litigating drama with people and just interested in doing your job. But now, knowing what I know, I guess I understand it. Friend drama is not fun, especially
No,
when
it's
you want
not.
to protect someone that you think was hurt. I get that. I do. And perhaps, without knowing it, I probably kicked the hornet's nest when she was trying to understand the drama as best she could. But no harm or foul. We moved on, and she did her streams on the Cinder.
No harm, no foul. She did her stuff on the Cinder stuff. And you guys just took umbrage of it because you disagreed with her, and she disagreed with you. And then that led to the massive conspiracy theory. That you guys then ran gay ops against her. Where's the lie?
Situation. And what did she call people questioning the narrative that was presented by Nano and Co?
You guys have never met any of them. These girls have known each other for years. There's not some crazy orchestrating thing going on. This doesn't go all the way to the top, you conspiracy theorists.
Because you call... Where's the lie? You're conspiracy theorists. You're saying this whole fucking thing is Mythic and Gamersubs teaming up to take down Cinder. No justification as to why that is going on. No reasoning, just that it's happening. Why? And yes, you sound like a schizophrenic conspiracy theorist who thinks the goddamn government is trying to communicate you with your teeth. My face is straight up turning red. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because I'm getting like what she said is true. God damn. Like, you're mad because she called it a conspiracy, which it was. There was no evidence to support it. You said that there was evidence. There is no evidence, because in order to believe what you guys want to believe, you have to discredit years of in-person interactions, celebrating birthday parties together, going on vacation together, going to Japan together, Twitch cons together, Anime Expo together, TwitchCon panels together. You have to ignore all of that to think that they were never friends and it was all just a fucking charade the entire time, and it's Mythic going after Cinder for whatever fucking reason. They were threatened by her. And if you want to believe that, go on ahead. You know what? Go on ahead. I want to see you guys call out Kirsch. Because Kirsch believes, agrees with them. I want to see you guys call out Legal Mindset. Because Legal Mindset agrees with them. Where's that? Come on. You won't do it because you're fucking no-ball bitches. I'm not talking about Rima here. I'm talking about Oko and fucking Mizu.
Stop.
Like, in order for a conspiracy theory to be a conspiracy theory and a good conspiracy theory, you need some sort of evidence to try to at least make said conspiracy theory somewhat somewhat believable. In this conspiracy theory, like, you need the who, you need the what, and you need the why. That's how you make a conspiracy theory at least somewhat believable, okay? Some conspiracy theories I honestly think are factual. And I think people are lying to you. Like, what happened during 2020 election? And, Koof. We're not going to dig too much deeper into that. But there's evidence to support that. There's no evidence to support this one. There's no the who, there's no the what, and like there's the who, there's the what, but you don't ever get the why. It's easy to figure out the who, what, when, where, why, and for all the other ones, there's no why, there's no justification. There's just, well, all these girls are a part of Mythic, that's why. Okay, so is fucking Kirsha. Well, all these people are just believing fucking blatant BS and believing the basic narrative. Okay, so is Legal Mindset. Why aren't you going after them? Because you don't fucking care. No, actually, further that point, Kirsha has been on streams with Bao. Kirsha has been on streams with Niana. Kirsha has been a part of all this. Fillion knows all of them. Obviously, Fillion. Where is the shit?
Stop. Wake the up.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. When somebody sent this to me, it kind of hurt.
What? Why did it hurt? Why did it hurt? It's facts. You guys sound retarded. I'm trying to be good faith. Ariel, you're right. I need to be better faith, but you sound retarded. You sound literally like government sending radio signals through my goddamn retainer. That's what you sound like. And if your friend's saying, wake up, this is retarded, wake up, if that hurts you, you really need to seek help.
I knew that I was one of the few people presenting a different view in this situation, and I felt like in some way she was calling me and everyone else a quote-unquote conspiracy theorist
because
some individuals wanted to dig for more information. Don't get me wrong.
No, you are conspiracy theorists because your conspiracy is Mythic was working to tear down Cinder. That's the conspiracy. That's full-fledged what you guys believe. No evidence to support it. It's just, well, they're a part of Mythic. Nothing believes that shit. You are retarded. And I'm sorry, I was trying my hardest to be as good faith and not say mean shit. No, you're retarded. Somebody has to come out and say it. You are retarded.
Some people have definitely been pushing harder than I might when trying to find information. Some individuals definitely bordering on harassment, trying to get Rima's attention.
Your community.
Not something I accept in the slightest. If she doesn't end up...
They're in your community. She showed the evidence. They're in your community.
Replying to you, then perhaps you should move on. However, time passed and I eventually forgot, which is typically my nature, about her comment and instead reignited the conversation when Rima's video was only a few days from coming out. During our conversation, I had asked her directly, knowing that she knows the girls, if there was any information that had not been shared that might sway.
She doesn't know the girls. Knowing that she knows the girls because she's a part of Mythic, and Mythic is a massive talent agency that just helps with sponsors and managing content. Not like, hey, put this out. No, it just helps with sponsorships and helping you increase your content potential, getting you in contact with artists and merch shops and things like that. That's what they do. You want to know how anybody would know that's how they do outside of Rima's fucking video? That's exactly what Kirsch said when she signed on to Mythic. Their whole thing at Mythic is to help you with sponsorships, merch, artists, helping manage your channel, helping your channel growth, things of that nature. They don't manage your videos, tell you what you can and can't post. They just help you with increasing your revenue and increasing your standing. That's it. That's what they do. They're a talent agency. They get you in contact with things that you need because they want you to increase your potential because they get a cut of, obviously, the money. This isn't like Hololive or Niji Sanji or anything like that. This is a talent agency, not a corporation. Kirsch has gone on great detail about what Mythic does because she's a part of Mythic and loves being a part of Mythic. But you are ignoring the facts of the matter because you have a conspiracy brain. Jeremy merch win. I have a merch shop. It's on Teespring, but I need a better one. So I need to make a new merch shop because I hated the Teespring merch shop. Like when I do want to do a merch shop, guys, I want a proper hat. Okay, I want a real hat. I just need to design one. I just haven't had time to design one. But I like trucker hats. I like ball caps. When I do a merch shop, there's gonna be trucker hats and ball caps. I need that. Okay, because I love hats like this.
Weigh the argument for people. More of an addendum to the video that literally was exporting at the time of a live stream that I was made aware of, where Rima was deciding to tell her side of the story. At the time of this recording, and pretty much continuing onwards, I have a policy of not sharing my DMs with people unless I need to disprove lies or if I need to provide more context to the situation. Due to the fact that my DMs were impartial, at least shown with Rima, before she deleted them, by the way, I feel I am obligated now to share the completeness of what I am about to say.
What? But she shared some of my DMs because she had the exact same position. Okay. She isn't an octopus. She's a Harley Quinn ink octopus creature thing. Yeah, that's what she is. Well, he. This is a terrifying image, by the way. This is a terrifying. I really don't like this avatar.
You can take umbrage with the fact of whether or not I am doing this in the comments. I am open to criticism. However, due to the fact that she has decided to blatantly delete all of my DMs...
That's a good one, Weasel. I'm sorry.
I have backed up, by the way. It really starts to make me wonder why. Why are you deleting DMs when up until at least 24 hours before I had decided to finish this project, you did?
Maybe because she doesn't want you attacking her. Maybe it's because she doesn't want you a part of this, and your whole thing is, well, she deleted the DMs. She doesn't want you engaging with her anymore, and she wants this all done. Again, I have evidence to support that. I actually know that. And show us what you're trying to say. Let's see. Are you gonna show? Oh, there's gonna be some DMs. Okay, let's see.
Conversation.
Okay, LOL. I do have to ask Rima. Is there information the public has not seen, but you have because of your association? Yeah, there is on a few topics, but it's all gonna come out eventually. Okay. You think maybe she read this wrong? Because that's also what Shy Lily said. There's other stuff. That's literally what Shy Lily said. Maybe she misread it wrong? Are you taking this from she might have misread something? Like, what's the context? Yeah, there is on a few topics, but it's all going to come out eventually. What? You don't know what she's even talking about. And in fact, like, what other things are going on here? Okay, so let's read this. Why? I ask because it's not fair to assume you can argue with information I don't have. I'm only arguing on information publicly available. Okay! So she's not even doing what it is that you're saying she's doing. So she probably read this wrong. Legitimately, if I'm doing this good faith, she probably read this wrong. You're like, well, she responded like this. I mean, even I had to double read that. She probably read it wrong. Because if you read this, is there information the public has not seen but has yet to be associated with or has yet to come out? Yeah, there's a few topics. Because Lily said so! Guess what? We haven't even had this information yet. If there are more damning info that makes Cinder look worse, it's unfair to argue that knowledge without me knowing. But that's not what she's doing. Even in this thing, I'm only arguing on information publicly available. So she's knowingly saying this stuff. So there's a good chance she misread what you said. Like, you're also like, if I'm looking at this, okay, if I'm looking at this as fucking good faith as possible, okay, even on Rima, because that's what you said you were gonna do. Good faith. Why didn't you ask, wait, there's more evidence? There is more evidence. Like, you didn't go like, hey, there is actually more evidence. You didn't double check that she actually read everything right. Because again, let's be fair here. English is not Rima's first language. She might have misread it. She's really good, but she might have misread it. Simple enough. I'm just sorry. I'm trying to be good faith here. The good faith is starting to run dry.
Where I ask Rima and I say, quote, I do have to ask Rima, is there information the public has not yet seen, but you have because of your associations? And she says, and I quote, yeah, there is on a few topics, but it's all kind of...
it's hard to see the last one because they didn't resize this, but I just read it. Yeah, you know more and your feelings are swayed by that. How do you know what her feelings are? How do you know any of this shit? Have you ever thought maybe you're retarded?
Come out eventually. I reply by saying, why? I ask because it's not fair to assume you can argue with information I don't have. Because at the time, I was trying to figure out if Rima had made this video only with information that the public had known, made this with some information that had been shared behind the scenes. Despite the fact that she continues on to say, quote, I'm only arguing on information publicly available, I do not believe that that is entirely true. I believe...
You don't believe. You don't believe. There's no evidence to support that. That's just you feeling. You feeling. You feeling. Good faith.
Believe that there is information that has not been put out to the public that she has been made privy to because people like Bao, because people like Shy Lily are potentially her friends, that she is not sharing with the public.
Potentially her friends. I also have evidence that no, they are not.
Which, in my opinion, colors the way that she has chosen to report on this video.
Addendum over. Okay, retarded. None of that is true. Everything you just said, again, is a conspiracy, because no, they are not friends.
Now, she did say it would potentially come out eventually. I'm not sure if this means that Shy Lily is waiting for Cinder to come back and release something else that could be massive. But,
Shy Lily said so! God damn.
Hi, if that's true, I definitely can't wait to see it. No, really, please. I'm already in team everybody sucks. I think Cinder...
No, you're in team I'm a conspiracy theorist and I'm the only one that's right. And literally, Shy Lily said so. It's like, oh my god, I just have to imagine Shy Lily's waiting for Cinder to come back and drop some stuff. Shy Lily literally said, hey, if she comes back and drops stuff, we have more evidence. That's in the stream, you stupid Good faith.
Or at the very least, her manager Red was disgusting for gossiping to Nano about the people that Cinder had personal issues with and trying to get those individuals blacklisted from potential art with said artists.
That happened.
I personally don't subscribe to the notion that Cinder knew everything that Red...
Yet everybody that actually knew them, because you're a third party that doesn't know anybody personally, so all the people that actually knew them openly said, no! They had to have known, because even seeing them at parties, they would always talk about business. I'm milking as hard as I can, Dermy, but the good faith is coming out dry. I agree, Ariel.
was saying. However, I feel the fact that she decided to tell somebody that is both her boyfriend, who's emotionally connected to her, and her manager that is monetarily connected to her, I still don't like that. And I think that in the future, maybe this should be a lesson for why you shouldn't be manager with somebody that you're dating.
No, it's
Just a
just
thought. Again,
like yes, but at the same time, they knew. Like Buff Puff have openly talked about how they knew. We were at parties together. They would be buddy talking each other constantly about business. Everybody that knew them personally has doubled down on that fact that they would have known. There's no way they didn't know. They lived together even. But hey, she didn't know. She didn't know, guys. You have no evidence to support that. That's the problem. All your things are, I just feel this way. I think this way. But you don't have evidence to back it up. That's why people look at you and think you're insane and a conspiracy nut job. You have no evidence to support it. Weasel's gonna get a Weasel VTuber. That's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny.
allegedly, these two people were a couple. But
Allegedly? They admitted it! Cinder admitted it, you fucking god damn! You're literally just picking and choosing shit to believe. Cinder admitted they were.
did they live together? I
Yes!
really don't know. What I do know is
I'm trying not to scream.
until I see her DM specifically, which I also really want to see in this situation, I feel like it's impossible to say that she knew everything that went on. But again,
Picking and choosing information. You have to ignore what Buff Puff says. You have to ignore what everybody who has actually known them have said in order to believe what fucking Oko is saying here. That's how bad this is. So many people who actually knew them have openly talked about how they actually act. And it's like, I can't, I don't know. I have no evidence to know. But because even though I don't have evidence to know this, that means it was a mythic conspiracy the entire time.
going back to the
Isn't he,
girlies,
Ariel? It's a
if there's
he.
more incriminating information or more information that Rima has been made privy to, and probably shouldn't have told me that she knew, especially since I am an evil drama baiter that can't be trusted in the slightest, then
Well,
I
thank you for
really
admitting
want
it.
to see it. No, really, I do. I feel like if you want to bury the Pyropups leader more than you already have, please share more with the audience so that I can continue to cheer with you as
No. The reason you want to share more with the audience is the same reason I kind of want more. Okay, I'll be firmly fair here. I want more for this. I will 100% take that to go stream. I'd have to be lying to you to say I didn't want that to stream with. Like, I'm not waited with bated breath for the day she comes back to streaming. Like, that is not something I'm super looking forward to. Like, I'm willing to bet that day won't ever happen because she's completely destroyed. But I'm like, I want it to happen because, come on, that's stream content right there. Let's go. Don't act like that's not what you want. Okay? You don't want to do it because you want to cheer, rah, rah, boo, Cinder. You want it for streams. Let's be fair. I want it for streams.
Now, why do I have an issue with this? Why would I even consider this a lie?
Why?
Well, I think that along with pairing the obvious bias that Rima has towards the girlies,
Doesn't
she has
exist.
information that she has been given either by them or some other
she
third
might have
party
are-
that could sway either my or the general audience's opinion even more hard or even against Cinder.
Like, let's be fair here. You want that more information to sway us further this way. But with the information we have right now, normal common sense individuals read it and go like, yeah, Cinder's a cunt. We don't need it anymore. But you need more because you want more content out of it. I mean, I don't disagree. I'd love more to make more content out of it, but that's the only reason you want more is because you're a drama fucking cunt. That's it. Like, that's solely what you want. You want to profit off of this. Just fucking come out and admit it. Quit doing this. Oh, we wanna be convinced. We want this. We want this. We want drama. We want drama. We want drama. We want drama. We want drama.
She's been given private information about this. Then, with that information in hand, creates a video that shines a positive light on people she is.
Okay, then let's argue that. Okay, let's argue that she has more information. Let's good faith this. She has more information than you and has seen the actual full docs. Let's good faith this as firmly as possible. Okay. So if she has more information and she was your friend, why aren't you believing her? Think about it. She has privy information and you considered her a friend or at least an acquaintance. She has privy information, and even knowing that privy information, she still agrees that Cinder is a bad person. Okay, think about that. Use that idea. Maybe it's the privy information really doesn't help Cinder. Maybe that's the truth. Maybe the other information that is out there that she has seen doesn't help Cinder still, and it just makes everything worse. Why do you need it? Because you want to profit off of it. Like I would. I'll full-fledged admit it. If I had that information, damn straight I would love to profit off that. If that stuff was public, I would make videos on it constantly. But if that privy information already still skews negatively towards Cinder, why do you need it? The information we have out right now already does that. So if she still has a entire video pointing out the facts in the Cinder drama, and that it really does look like Cinder did it, and even with that privy information, Cinder still did it, maybe she did it? I mean, she was your friend, right? So you just don't like her because she has information that you don't have. That's it.
Is friends with, or at the very least wants to create connections for future projects.
No evidence to support that.
Can you see why I possibly have an issue with that?
No.
Again,
Because you're
I'd like to direct your
conspiracy brain.
attention to the Bright Pfizer ad on CNN while they say you should take certain medications.
I'd like to point your attention to this massive conspiracy theory. That's it, not the Pfizer one. I'm talking this one. You're saying, think critically, Pfizer, the coup, 2020 election, think critically, think critically, think critically. Problem is, when I think critically, I look at the evidence. I'm not coming up with what you think. You look schizoed. That's what I'm seeing here. You're schizoed. And like I'm scrolling through. Where's the more of the evidence? There's not a whole lot more, but let's just see what she does, okay? Because so far, all I see is nothing really makes sense here, and you look retarded. And by the way, you unlisted the video, and you even admitted it was a bad video. So I don't think you're winning this one.
Perhaps the medication is good for you. I'm definitely not going to argue that. But it's kind of weird that Rima would make this video, not acknowledge her biases to her audience, then assume that people wouldn't have an issue with this.
You think she has biases towards her audience. You think that, though. There's no proof that she does have biases. In fact, there's actually proof that she does not have any actual connections to these people. You are just saying that she does. And in fact, when it comes to that other information, Lily said that stuff was going to come out eventually. So she easily could have misread what you said. If you want to hang your hat on Lily's fucking stream, that's something that you guys love to do, is that Lily was this bad person. That stream proves it. In that stream, Lily said the other information will come out. Why don't you acknowledge that? No, Dermy, stop calling him schizo. They have an actual mental disorder. This person doesn't have that. Stop giving schizos a bad name, Dermy. You're right.
Just tell people in the video, hey guys, just letting you know that these are my biases for these people, and my bias swings in this direction. You should understand that.
But she
before
doesn't
watching
have
this
that.
video. I don't even feel like that's out of the question to say. For a lot
You
of
just
her
want her to
videos
say that
she has
because you're
made,
retarded.
I don't feel like that is necessary because she doesn't have connections with a lot of those individuals. Sure, it would be nice to make a video with Doki Bird one day, or sure, it would be nice to connect with some of the individuals that maybe she has negative reporting on, But I do feel like it is worth telling individuals that she is close and connected with the girlies. At
Nope.
the very least, again, Bao.
Nope. What's the evidence again? Here. You guys want to know what the evidence is? What their actual evidence is? Their actual evidence is. I shit you not. Let me see if I can. Let me see if Niana still has it. Niana. Banana. Let me see. Does Niana still have it? I butchered her name. Fuck me in the ass, mouth and tip. Niana Banana VTuber. Let's see. Let's see. Does Niana still have it up there? No, she took down her last one. It looks like it was a few months. I only saw parts of it. No, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. 5 months ago. Okay, 5 months ago. I'll pause it because I saw some of this. Try to pull up. Nope, don't play it. I'm going to try to pull up thumbnail for you guys. 5 months ago, okay? This is a 3D concert called Banana Split that Niana puts on. In said 3D concert, you can already see right here Rima, because Rima is friends with Niana. The other people that starred in this concert, you can look right here. Here's Fish Princess, Mari _en. Here's Filian, because Filian also performed at said concert. And right here is Bao. This is the evidence they have. Because of this concert that Rima has starred in multiple times, this is the evidence. In fact, let's go back over to Niana's channel, okay? Come to this one. This is the next big 3D concert. It did that, which I don't want to do. I want to go to the... No, I want to go views. I want to go to the thumbnail. Okay, we're opening up the thumbnail in another image. Let's see who's on the thumbnail, shall we? Because this is their evidence. Oh, look, Meg's here. Oh, look, Rima's here. Niana. Let's see. Here, there's Bao. You can see Bao right there behind the sun. Who else do we have? Who else do we have? A lot of people I don't even know. I think this is Lucy Pie right here. She looks familiar. I think this is fuck. Moonshine's done content on her and I don't know her name, but I've heard her sing. She's actually a good singer. Okay. Look, that's a lot of fucking people there. That's a lot of big people here. I know there's Jelly right here. I think that's Jelly. No, that's Alien Girl. I know she's an alien girl. I don't know her name off the top of my head. There's a lot of people here. Does Rima, is she friends with all of them? Is Rima friends with all of them? Vienna? I don't think Vienna's here. I don't think Vienna's on. Because Vienna has another one. I think this is... Oh, God, I can't think of her name. If I had Moonshine Entertainment in front of me, I would be able to name it. But also, this is going to be the last 3D concert Niana puts on before she graduates. So obviously, all the people that Niana likes is going to be in there. That's super fucking important here. So yeah, wow. All these people must be best friends, the bestest of buddies with Rima. Must be. And I mean, if we go again back to Niana's content, back to Niana's content. Let's go back to Niana's content. We'll go live because she's done prior to the one that I already showed you, that thumbnail. Rima's been in all of them. Okay. Let's scroll. God, there's a lot of these. She does a lot of stuff. I didn't kill Rima. Okay, that's a Rima stream because she's friends with Rima. Okay, let's see. Do we see any of the other concerts here? Oh, right here. 3D live, Niana's special 3D concert. Let's see. Who was in the thumbnail here? Not gonna try to play it. I'm gonna try to mute it the moment it pops up or pause it. Let's see who's in the thumbnail. Okay. Open image in a new tab. Oh, you got Niana, Pippa? Rima. That must mean Rima's friends with Pippa. That must mean Rima's friends with Pippa. I don't think she has it in a playlist because I think Niana does. I'll be honest, Niana does not. Oh yeah, she does right here. 3 concerts. There's 3 fucking concerts, and we have them all here. Oh, she only has 3. She doesn't have the other one. Winter concert. Okay, winter concert. Here's the one that I did not see. She doesn't have. She has the summer one. Oh, she doesn't have the summer one in there yet. That's why I didn't pull that up. Who's on this one? Pippa. Well, I guess because Pippa was in the first one, and then Rima was in the first one, and then Rima wasn't. I guess that means Rima's not friends with Pippa. Guess that's what that means. Yep, that's what that means, guys. No, it just means Pippa wasn't available. It just means Rima's there for Niana, who is her friend. That's not rocket science. But hey, I mean, these people like conspiracies. Obviously, all those people must be bestest of friends.
But she does not say that, nor does she assume that you are going to care. Again, maybe you won't.
Because it's
but
not
I
relevant.
Do. And I think a lot of individuals who are critical thinkers in this situation would care about that situation.
See, you see, when you say shit like that, a lot of people that are critical thinkers in this situation, and the critical thinkers, I'm a critical thinker. So essentially, everybody that believes what Rima is putting out there, they can't think critically. That's what that is. That is what Oko just said. If you just believe what Rima's saying, you're not thinking critically about any of this stuff. You're a small-brained individual. When no, I'm thinking critically, and I'm not seeing what it is that you're telling me to see. I'm not seeing it. So instead of acknowledging that other people can disagree, your whole position is tear people down and call them retarded. When you're the one acting retarded.
Just an odd thing, I suppose. I guess unless her or the girlies she's friends with clarifies what she was talking about with me in DMs, we'll never know what she was told in its entirety. Now, look.
Maybe she just misread it?
I really don't care about the Cinder drama's outcome. Okay,
no,
maybe a little. I do want to see these alleged secret DMs and private information that has not been revealed yet. Why? Because it's tea. I'm sure a lot of individuals want to see it.
Everybody wants it for the
confirm
profit.
Their biases, or if it's something that would be very funny if it isn't, make more people sway towards Cinder.
No, I want it for content. And I honestly agree with everything that's already been said, so I want it for content. My Cinder streams did very well.
Regardless, knowing that Rima could potentially have information like this, and she chooses to make this video, well, what if the information in the video is wrong? She is only going by publicly facing information after all.
Wait, okay. So we'll take that position right there. What if everything in the video is wrong? She's only going off of publicly available information there, but you say she has private information. Then she'll correct the video? She'll put out another video saying I was wrong? Do you not think she'd be willing to do that? Because I have seen multiple videos from Rima where she said, hey, there was more information that came out after I made my initial video, changes some things, or makes things even worse. She's done that multiple occasions. Do you not watch her content? I mean, you said you were friends. Did you never watch her content? That's the only thing I could come to here. You don't watch her content or know what she puts out there. Rima does great video essays, by the way. I can't preach them enough. Like, I'll put those on a lot. She doesn't talk about over lolcows a whole. Well, she did talk about one lolcow, but that was a VTuber lolcow. Like, she does VTuber video essays. They're good. Seriously, go out there and watch them. I have some criticisms here or there, but they're still really well done. You're just telling me now, as a friend, you never watched her content. That's all I can see now. You don't believe that she would ever come out and say, I was wrong, or the story is wrong, or we were lied to. You never thought she would do that, which is frickin' bad faith. That's as bad faith gets.
Something was presented a certain way to paint a narrative that could be countered with this secret information. I guess we won't know unless Rima or her friends decide to say something. Now, before you get on me for possibly interpreting what Rima said wrong, which I guess could be the case, I will just say that it is my one truth.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. You don't get to play that card. If you are saying she lied, you don't get to play, well, I feel it. That's my truth. That's my feelings. You don't get to play that fucking card. Give me the objective truth. You said that this is unbiased and this is all facts. That's not a fact. That is your truth. That is your feelings. You don't get to play that card. Quit being a bitch. No wonder this video got unlisted. It's super fucking bad.
Something that only a few sentences down from this conversation we had, Rima herself said does not exist. In the conversation where we are talking about the exact same information that she had just revealed to me.
Let's read it. Let's read it. No, I look for facts, or am I trying to? Or I am trying to. I'm a happy and content person in my life, Oko. I've traveled a lot and I've met different people. There isn't one truth. That's a pipe dream. A young college student illusion, LMAO. No one intelligent believes they are holding the truth, because that makes someone not question anything. It's a ridiculous idea. My experience color how harshly I criticize someone, but it's not feelings, it's just being wiser. What is this? Like, okay, let's say she was saying that this is all a few sentences later. Okay. What is she saying here? That there's not one truth, there's multiple truths, and there's multiple perspectives on every single thing? Yeah. There's, well, I will disagree with Rima. There is the truth. There is always the truth. There is the one and only truth. And usually in multiple situations like this, you have to have both sides lay out what they know, what happened, and what their perspective is. And the truth is normally in the middle. That is the truth. Okay? There's his truth, her truth, and then the truth. Okay? So you could say there's three truths in reality, but there is always the truth. And it's usually in the middle. So after you get all the evidence, you figure that out. Okay, I'm happy and content person in my life. What is that even in reference to? I don't know. I've traveled a lot and I've met different people. Don't know what that, okay. Yeah, traveled a lot. There isn't one truth. That's a pipe dream. Well, no, there is. A young college student illusion, LMAO. No one intelligent believes they are holding the truth, because that makes someone not question anything. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about here. I don't. But let's see what you're saying she's talking about here.
I say I am looking for facts, or am trying to. In a reply to me, she would say, quote, I am a happy and content person in my life, Akko. I've traveled a lot and met many different people. There isn't one truth. That's a pipe dream. A young college student illusion, LMAO. No one intelligent believes they are holding, quote unquote, the truth, because that makes someone not question anything. It's a ridiculous idea. My experiences color how harshly I criticize someone, but it's not just, quote unquote, feelings. It's just being wiser.
Quite literally, because after Rima's video, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking, there's a lot taken out of context here. There's something here not adding up, and something isn't making sense. So I'm willing to bet you literally clip things out. Actually, because this was an addendum part, and you added this in the addendum, then there's nothing here. I can't even connect that to here. So I don't know what's what. I literally don't know what's what. All I know is that's an out of context thing. I don't know what she's talking about. So how does that make anything better? None of this makes any of this better.
I'm not really quite sure how I'm supposed to interpret this.
I don't know
if
either.
Rima is saying that there isn't any truth in the situation we're seeing here, or if she's just trying to be poetic about the fact that she believes that everybody can have a personal truth.
To be fair, like, she could have wrote this, then slightly thereafter write this, then did this. Like, they could have been she read this within a minute easily and then responded, but because these are obviously like paragraphs here or there and like comments here or there, so there is a time in between. But knowing Oko and Mizu right now, we already have seen that they crop shit out of context. And I get what Oko's trying to do here with the addendum and everything. He once you connect it to what was said over here. The problem is that addendum was not added when you recorded this video. So that's a later recording that you layered in after the fact. Okay? So I cannot use that in support of this, because even if I go back over here, 5/27/2025, okay? 6:18 p.m. 6:21. There's a lot of conversation that has gone back and forth in between all these. There's a lot of back and forth. 6:20, 6:21. So there's multiple conversations that have gone back and forth, multiple responses. So you want me to believe after 6:20, immediately after the fact, you went into this, even though when we go back over to these, okay? 6:18, 6:18, 6:19, 6:20, 6:20. There's probably something missing here. Something is not adding up. Something isn't working out right. I'm willing to bet there's at least 1 or 2 sentences missing from all this that we don't have access to because, well, you cropped it out.
Where we are talking about the exact same information that she had just revealed to me. I say I am looking for facts or how I am supposed to interpret this. I don't know if Rima is saying that there isn't any truth in the situation we're seeing here, or if she's just trying to be poetic about the fact that she believes that everybody can have a personal truth.
Well, yes, everybody can have a personal truth. And in these situations, there's usually 3 truths. There's his truth, like in stories like this, there's his truth, her truth, and the truth. I disagree with Rima. I think she's being a little bit more poetic on this and everything. But there is the truth. There's the truth. But there's always his perspective, her perspective. I'm not meaning that as his and her, like there's 2 people, but that's usually how it is. There's 2 people's truths, or there's 2 sides of the truth. There's 3 sides to every truth, okay? His truth, her truth, the truth. That's how that always works out. The truth is usually in the middle of the other 2 people's truth. That's how you figure that out, okay? I think they're being more poetic here, and it's kind of hard because I don't have trust in you, Oko. After Rima's video, I've already seen that you guys crop shit out all the time. I don't have faith or trust that you aren't cropping shit right now.
I'm not entirely sure myself, and I would go by my feelings, but in the exact same conversation, she also says that she does not believe in going by feelings. So which is it? Which is it? Am I supposed
feel like
to
you
go
cropped
by
this
my
shit.
feelings or my gut that I feel like something is wrong with this situation? Or am I supposed to go off of the fact that there are facts missing from this situation?
There's
and
not.
I feel like
You're
there
just
is
being
information
retarded.
that hasn't been revealed yet that might twist
But
the
that's
situation.
feelings. That's feelings. Do I go with my gut and feeling? I don't. You're all retarded.
I'm going to let you answer that one, Rima, because
you're retarded.
I am confused.
I think you cropped that. Catch evil fox. How long is this? I'm not watching this. What the fuck? Why?
By the way, really quickly, while I don't have any plans to reveal my individual DMs with Rima,
Why?
she is allowed to, with proper redactions to privacy-related things, share mine with her.
Why don't you want to share hers? Why don't you want to share yours with her? If you want to say she lied, why don't you share the DMs? I mean, you already have shared some of the DMs. Why aren't you sharing the private DMs? Come on. The fact that there are facts is a fact that illustrates the facts about the facts of my feelings. Fuck off! Fuck off, Weasel! Fuck off!
Personally don't mind and don't have any issues answering any questions about the things that were said in any of my DMs with her. Although,
well, we don't know what was said in the DMs, so why I can't ask you any questions.
I don't think she probably will. Well, I'm not quite sure. She has stated in her own Discord, quote, "I don't leak DMs because I'm classy," unquote.
I mean, in that video, not a stream because it was a premiere. Well, no, she did take that from her stream. In that stream, she showed DMs because she doesn't like to do that, but you forced her hand because you were bad-mouthing her and spreading false information and attacking her and harassing her. Sorry, you're not getting out of that. She already clarified that. You're now trying to say, I'm taking the high road, even though she did it in her stream. I'm taking the high road, guys. I'm not sharing private DMs, even though you just did. So shut up.
Though that's not really true. And we know this because one of Rima's good new friends, Rev's wife, Straub herself, says that she saw them. So maybe she will?
I mean, you shared DMs with Mizu. You admitted to it, so don't do that. Rima shows that you admitted it. Sorry.
That being Rima. Or maybe not. Just make sure you block out our private info. I'd prefer not to add doxing to this list. I'm not sure if sharing DMs like this is a lie, or perhaps I am misunderstanding what she is saying.
Well, let's take it logically here, okay? You shared DMs first with Mizu. Rima has been friends with Straub for a while. Straub informed what you guys were doing in your Discord. Straub went in, and then you shared your DMs with Straub to Mizu. Interesting. You have no high ground here. You're just as bad if that's what you're trying to say. Fuck off. Well, I wonder why they unlisted it.
Perhaps she's talking about sharing DMs in public. But either way, I still find this to be a lie to her own audience.
It's not a
For
lie.
context, to continue on with the Cinder drama, Mizu and Rima had disagreed on how Rima decided to report on the drama itself in her video.
Oh, let's see.
I'm unknowing of their conversations in specific.
Well, Rima showed the conversations, so yeah, fuck off. We also have seen all the evidence and the timeline, so you can't really get away from that. Remember, all the downsides started happening prior to the video even going live, simultaneously after the fact. In the stream itself, Mizu was being discontent, was harassing, drawing people away, simultaneously promoting himself. He got a timeout, and then he had a bitch fit. That's how that played out. So don't try to deny that. We have the timeline now, so fuck off.
However, from what I heard from both ends, they, to make it light, disagreed. To the point that Rima did not want to talk with Mizu anymore. This brings up an issue.
Wonder why? We already saw the reasons. Wonder why? Not like Mizu's being a fucking jackass about it all and going on, literally on Twitter and subtweeting about it. Why would ever somebody not want to talk about this?
I have with her and not being able to take critique. But I'm saving it
There was
for
no
the end of this
criticisms.
video.
There was no criticism. Fuck off.
They separated. And it seemed like that might be the end of it. It was sad and unfortunate, but sometimes you disagree with friends or acquaintances, and reconciliation is
You're not
impossible.
literally going to say.
But while Mizu
that
decided
Rima
to
started
confide
it.
in myself and perhaps a few others, sharing a bit of his exchange, Rima decided to go to Rev's wife, Darling Straub.
Wait, so Mizu can go to you and then tweet about it out on Twitter, but Rima can't talk to Straub, who they are obviously friends with, and discuss what has been going on with her. Rules for thee, but not for me. I see.
We know this because when Straub DM'd Mizu, she admitted that she had seen the DMs that Rima and him had. And thanks to her, with the courtesy of sharing these images on Twitter, I will share them now with you.
We already saw through these, so here's the problem with all of this. We already know that they are cut up and they are missing a bunch of context. No, not at Straub's side though, the Mizu's side. We also know for a fact you DM'd, you started this. We saw that. We've already seen the timeline. You DM'd Straub first. Straub was not liking what was going on there. Okay? Probably why we watched the Rima video first. Okay? Straub, you didn't like how Straub was handling it, so then you sent Straub to Mizu after sending all the DMs to Mizu and admitting to it. Not a good look. Wonder why this video was unlisted.
Now, I'm not quite sure how else I'm supposed to interpret this other than Rima actually sharing private DMs.
What you
All
did,
I know
you have no,
is
you,
leading from the sharing.
you have quit doing that private DMs. We already know you did that with Mizu. Fuck off.
Straub comes into the Under the Tea Discord server,
Yeah.
which is public, begins to act passive-aggressive towards
Nope,
one of our...
nope. We already saw that this is out of context. You guys trimmed it. Fuck off with that one. Man. No wonder you unlisted it. Rima's video already called this shit out.
fans who says hi, and then later on pretends that she didn't
talks
start
about it in a Twitch stream after the drama concludes. Fucking retarded.
this. I'd like to make it known, by the way, that Rev's wife isn't the main focus of this video. She's a side character that decided to become entwined with this drama.
Because her friend was getting
In a way,
harassed by you
I
guys.
kind of understand her position and feelings.
No, you don't.
Like her, I also became entwined with the drama, taking Mizu's side at the very end. Like
No.
her, I felt it.
No. You were always on Mizu's side. Rima already showed all the evidence. God. This is why I chose to watch the Rima video first, because there was so much proof that they were misconstruing facts, times, info, and also doing rules for thee but not for me. They're trying to say we're doing this as best faith as possible. No, you're being very ungrateful bastards here and being very bad faith. Rima already called this out. That's why you had to do the whole addendum thing, because you're trying to fight back, but you're only saying this shit because you can't actually fight against it. You have to cut things out of context. We already know you cut shit out of context constantly. We know that. So quit trying to act this way. You're fucking retarded. Oh, I was stirred. My emotions were high when I was making this. You don't sound like it. Your emotions sound very calm. You're taking this stuff seriously. You're unlisted it because you did bad work. And this was a bad video. I can't believe you thought this would be a good idea after Rima's video. No wonder you titled it Rima Lied, and now everybody's calling you out on this shit. This is a fucking awful video.
Deep sadness for the fight that had taken place. Perhaps a deeper look on her later could take place. Sadly, this is not the first time she's had one of these breakdowns on Twitter, and I would guess that if she wasn't Rev's wife, she would probably be the subject of one of his videos. However, that's neither here nor there.
Hey,
So
Rev
I'd
should
like to
do a
get back
video
to
on that.
Rima.
Oh, fuck you.
Instead
That's
of
bad
talking
faith.
about private Discord DMs, let's move on to talking about the Under the Tea Cord that Rev's wife decided to join.
Okay.
Now, during the night before Mizu's stream, Rima made some pretty wild accusations about the server. Quote, they have a thread spawning over 17,000 replies, talking shit.
You do. You do. And yes, they show the evidence. You do. Well, you did. You've cleaned it up since. Wow. Wow. Ariel, that good faith cow has been dead for a long, long time.
About everyone in there, unquote. This is referring to the Cinder thread, a thread that is now locked due to the lack of new information about the drama in general.
But you were deleting
I find
shit.
it funny that by omission, she leaves out the fact that this thread is about Cinder and the Cinder drama itself. It could
Yes.
be, and
And they also showed the Nanolist thing. She showed the Nanolist thing. She showed what you guys were saying about Nanolist, which was a part of the Cinder drama. She showed that you guys were talking bad about Rima, and that you went in there to start an idea about a Rima thread. Bad. God. It's almost like you shouldn't make videos like this. It's almost like you shouldn't lie and take things out of context and try to make that prove your point. Man, that's a really bad idea.
I'm giving good faith here that
No,
the
no
mention
good
of
faith.
quote unquote everyone, she is probably talking about the girlies that were also mentioned and given critique in this thread. We have,
No,
in my opinion,
Rima.
been pretty critical of all angles in both sides of the drama. Some of it potentially needing correction, and
Wow.
I don't doubt that because
Like how much more of this? Let's see. We have like 10 minutes left in this video. Rima's disproven everything that you're saying here. In this video, I want you guys to know, when did this video come out? This video came out the 20th. Rima's video came out the 20th as well. They came out the same fucking day. What do I have a time? Do I have a time? Do I have a time? I don't only have a date. I only see the 20th is when it came out. Okay? They came out exactly the same day. The problem is your video is garbage. Rima's video debunks your entire video. I don't even know if you put your video out first or if Rima put her video out first. Either way, your video is garbage. Rima disproved all of this. So you can cry she's lying all you want. You're the one lying. She showed all the evidence. So that's why you put this out. You were trying to save face. The problem is you had to unlist it because it doesn't help you. I'm curious about something. 342
being
likes.
humans,
No, I'm going to... After this, we're going to look at the
missed
likes,
some of
like
the stuff
dislikes.
and not silenced people when they've gone too far. However, I think it's funny that Rima is calling the server vile, considering some of the stuff she allows in her server. In Rima's Discord server, again, another place that is publicly
Please tell me you're bringing up the memes. Please tell me you're bringing up the memes. This will be funny.
accessible. The day that Mizu left his tweet critiquing her, her audience began making a meme of him. This meme is
Wow. Should we go over again why this meme was existing? Have I seen Hunter x Hunter, says Zermis? I saw some of it. It was not my favorite. Granted, I stopped right before like their isekai adventure kind of thing. So, not a huge fan. All I'm going to say here is maybe Mizu shouldn't say shit like this. We already saw the tweets.
a sentence of him that is wildly taken out of context.
No.
In fact, it isn't even to Rima herself. It's to another VTuber.
Wow. Again, you're clipping out all the context because Rima showed all the context, but hey, sucks to suck.
That he's conversing with about the tweet. Here's the tweet.
No.
And here's the amount of tweets.
Wow. None of these things are good. None of these things are good. All this does not paint a good light for Mizu. And the meme was funny. God damn. You're this bad. Wow.
In the chain all the way up to the original tweet. The amount of tweets is 17, meaning that it's so far below the chain that the context is far removed. Continuing on her statement, she alleges that 6,000 replies in this thread are all about her. This is, on its face, a bold-faced lie.
No, it's not.
Anybody can go check
She already
this.
showed it.
Again,
No. She already told us you guys were deleting shit. She had evidence that you guys were deleting shit, and she showed off that you guys were deleting shit. So, yeah, I think you're the liar.
the Under the Tea Discord server is a publicly accessible server that anybody can join at any time if they wish
Give
to
me a
read
moment,
about
kick.
recent dramas. Anybody can search the entire Under the Tea Discord server to see how many times her name was specifically mentioned.
Yeah,
As of
she
the making
did.
of
It
this
was
video,
bad.
it sits a little over 800. However, I expect that number to be mostly affected by the stream that Mizu decided to do the night following this drama. Now,
No. Your thing was already locked. So maybe stop. Because we already have the evidence. You're bad. Do we really need to keep going? We're going to go forward for a little while longer because this is just so bad faith. This is just so awful and retarded. We already have the evidence to disprove all this shit.
Oh, let me be clear. I am not sure why Rima decided to lie this hard, even to her own server, her own fans.
She didn't.
Rather, it was more targeted towards another VTuber who was asking how all of this happened. You can see that Kendra is trying to ask good faith questions to understand things. However, Rima refuses to share in her own server for whatever reason. I don't know.
Okay, let's see. What date was that? What date was that? Because they said that there was a ceasefire, okay? They said there was a ceasefire. What date is all this? I don't see a date. Maybe that date is super fucking important and it could be about the ceasefire. Kendra, the thread got so heated with the insults and vitriol that I got locked by the admins. It got locked by the admins, which is true. All right, then can they be DM'd or anything? I really mean this. It was so much focused on me that Oko even suggested they made a new thread on me, which is true. Oko living up to Octopus Zero Spine. So have you seen this thread? Any archives or screenshots? Straub said you had the screenshots, so I assumed you shared them with her. Are you not in the Discord? Only recently I got in a month blank. Why can't I read that? If you're taking screenshots, wouldn't it be a smart idea to, you know, let me see that? It's almost like, again, you're lying. Sorry, but no longer feel comfortable messaging anyone close to this group. I've tried having conversations. So what this all looks like is an after the fact situation. This looks like one of the spies. And the fact that, hey, we can't see this. That's important. Without being able to see this, I can't tell you what's going on here. You have already taken out an important part of the context here. Blank active even in my own. That could be that the thread's locked. Anyone close to this group, I've tried conversations, but it's clear that anything I say will just be twisted and misrepresented. We already saw that. Yikes, I'm sorry that it happened to you, but your feelings are valid. Rima, I support you, but before I support UTT. I'm asking because I want to know if you're lying to me. Kendra, look at the thread, please. Telling you to just go look at the thread. There's a good chance she doesn't want to bring it up because she knows this stuff has been being taken out of context. And we already see that you're lying about shit. We don't even know what's going on here. You blocked that out purposefully. Why would you do that? Got in a month or two? That's probably what gets said, but there's another thing there. Month or two, or something important there, and there's another word right here. There's at least 2 to 3 words blocked off. We need to see that. But hey, I mean, good faith.
Her own server, for whatever reason, I don't know. I have my opinions, but I'm not going to opine them.
Why? Why aren't you going to opine on them? Maybe because it makes you look worse. The evil horse haunting. I'm not doing this shit. This is so retarded.
Honestly, not sure how I'm supposed to take one person.
That's so
Nearing
retarded.
the end of this video, I wanted to talk about one personal opinion, and that being around the idea of Rima not being able to take any form of critique.
What critique?
I'm honestly not sure how I'm supposed to think in this regard.
What critiques?
On one hand, I get that she's protecting her friends. She's trying to help push a narrative
you're pushing a narrative
is
here.
widely accepted by the populace.
You're
and
retarded.
Probably knows more and just wants to help.
You're retarded.
I guess in a way, her and Rev's wife can relate in that respect. On the other hand, if it's not that, it really starts to strike me as Rima not being able to take any form of a critical reply to her video. One that, while I
what
do
was the
agree
critical
is
reply? Remember, what was the critical reply? Because Rima already showed what the critical replies that Mizu said that they were. Are we going to see the critical replies? Oh, we're not even going to see them. Oh, so you're not even going to show us what Mizu said. Huh.
hers. Let's be honest, sometimes Mizu is a lot, but he is to everyone. It comes from somebody who considered Rima a good person. I'm not going to understate this enough. Up until the Cinder drama, the four of us talked a lot on a semi-regular basis. Rima was very understanding of the fact that Mizu is harsh on his friends.
And yet Mizu immediately came after her, said that she's not responding while she was away, and started up whole drama about her not responding. Then when he broke the rules and started dragging her, she timed him out. She had him timed out. Well, no, her mods did. Mizu didn't criticize her. He just called her out for not saying what Mizu wanted her to say. If you don't live by Mizu's rules, you're a bad person. Fuck off with this shit.
And everyone, for that fact. She obviously was hesitant on a couple of our actions, mostly related to other individuals.
I'm starting to see why this got unlisted.
That Mizu was a critical thinker.
No, she
and
didn't.
As far as I knew, this was something that she accepted. I guess I just don't understand. Rima is...
No, you're being very dishonest, and you're not showing the DMs and the responses because you know it looks bad for Mizu. You know it's all awful for Mizu. But hey, why ever be good faith? Hey, this is a good faith video, guys.
Is not just some other content creator. She's not just another VTuber even. Nor is she just a React Andy that sits and watches things all day, like the latest Shoe on Head video. She is a drama reporter, akin to news...
Wait a minute. She's not just a React Andy who reacts to the latest Shoe on Head video. That's a shot at Smuggalana. That's what Smuggalana does a lot. Wow. You're a twat.
Journalism and reporting. She covers drama and sometimes trauma of individuals and tears into people's personal lives to occasionally leave a message. Her job is nothing but being critical on other individuals in the VTuber sphere.
Including somebody and people from Mythic.
Mizu attempts to talk to her about the Cinder situation a month or so before her video. She ignores him. Then when he makes a public comment on a public video open to...
Why don't you show the actual images? Why don't you actually show what was going on there? Because you took images from her Discord. Not... Man, I'm like, Rima, but this video is pretty terrible. Just one-to-one retelling the anti-Cinder side with no investigation. This feels like a I know I'll get good views video rather than a real thought-out documentary on this. It really does help after I saw she was sent videos that counter the popular narrative and dismissed them because they were from smaller channels, which was not the truth, which did not happen, which wasn't anywhere part of that. Mizu lied, misconstrued what Rima said, but hey, we need to think critically, guys.
Public scrutiny.
Good faith!
She folds, and a near year of interaction between the four of us is sundered in an instant.
Because you were starting shit.
I'm not going to pretend that I've been a perfect player here myself.
No, you've been shit.
I think anyone can look at my actions in this and probably wonder why I was so, to quote one of her server members, spineless.
I mean, yeah.
To make a long story short, both of these people were my friends. I did not want to see two people I liked fight. Rima knows that feeling, I'm very sure. And so, during the entire time that this situation went on, I felt like I had to walk a stupid tightrope trying to get my friends not to pull apart. In my attempts, I don't doubt that I didn't help, and probably added to the stress on both Mizu and Rima's side collectively. I think it goes without saying that I am sad and regretful for how everything eventually ended up going down, but I do wonder if I am missing something. Rima is a fantastic documentarian, journalist...
Oh yeah, second up now. Here's the question, where did Rima lie? Somebody? This whole thing was Rima lied. Where did she lie? Seriously. Where did she lie? I'm not seeing it. In fact, I'm seeing Oko and Mizu lie harder.
Was quite fun to talk to on occasion. I recently have reviewed pretty much all of our correspondence, both on Twitter and Discord.
And you're not showing them.
Now I am left wondering. Where is this path that Rima has chosen to take to lead? She's choosing to throw away people because of something like this? All right.
Because listen, she's choosing to throw us away because we allowed harassment and gay ops on her. We saw what she saw what was going on in our Discord, and she decided not to be a part of us because we were so shitty towards her. We could accuse her of running an entire conspiracy theory and being a part of a massive cover up for everything and not being honest and deceitful. Wait, we're accusing her of all this. Why would she want to cut ties with us? We're treating her like garbage. Why would she want to cut ties with us? God, I wonder why.
I guess. I'm not sure I get it. But what I do know is if this is the road that Rima wishes to take, where I see her aligning with individuals that I personally don't believe have her best interest at heart and will probably turn on her if she covers.
Listen, guys, you should always side with the people that are allowing their community to talk shit about you, to spread hate, actual hate, to brigade you, to attack you, to celebrate when bad things happen to you. You should take the side of them. You should take their side. Listen, I get it. You didn't agree with us. So we're attacking you relentlessly and saying you're a bad human being and a bad faith actor, but you distance yourself with us. You need to be on our side. Fuck you.
Something wrong. The only thing I can leave her with are the words of somebody who...
Ariel, honestly, think about this. I know we get, like, ball busters our side, we get pretty heated and we say some mean things, which I'm trying to go away from because we did get very vindictive there for a while. But, like, we actually say shit. We try to say shit in good fun. Okay, we try. Yeah, we're going to bust each other balls. We're going to be kind of dicks to one another, but we're friends at the end of the day. If this was happening to us, we would not let this happen. Like, this goes way too far. This is actual harassment and gay ops here. And you wonder why she didn't want to be engaged with you. Because you're drama tubing gay op cocksuckers. Like, ballbusters in my group, we do shit in good fun. This is all mean and awful. You disagreed with me, so now I'm going to take you down. That's what this is.
Who decidedly warned another individual about their imminent collapse.
Yeah, well, you surround yourself with people who think
No,
exactly
That's kind of a shirt.
no, not the same
it's
thing.
just
Not traveling.
later because it's a little people.
That's not the same
That's where
situation.
I'm going to end this video.
Here, I'm gonna go
ideological
here.
movements.
But with that out of the way, that's where I'm going to end this video.
Wow.
A-
I wonder why this got unlisted. I wonder why. It's not like Rima's video completely destroys this entire narrative. And you wonder why I don't want to watch a 5-hour fucking C session from Mizu here. 5 fucking hours. God damn. Quickly checking all this. Like, that's bad.